Today we're going to find out if you can land a drone on top of another drone that is flying. I've got the DJI Avata here, kind of created a custom modification for it, 3D printed GoPro mount there attached to a cardboard platform with some foam on there, and the idea is to have an airborne landing pad that's just kind of hovering in place. I ported it out to let the props breathe a little bit. Hopefully the DJI sensors and all the automated stuff don't put up too much of a fight. And I also added some foam around the perimeter here to kind of give it some wiggle room, so that way if I try flying with a drone kind of landed on that, it'll stay put. The drones I'll be landing on that are two of my CineWhoops. This is the GEPRC CineLog 25 and its bigger brother here, the CineLog 35. You can see here there's plenty of clearance on top of that platform, especially for the smaller 25. And then the larger 35 will be interesting because it's just about the same size as the landing pad itself. So I have not yet tried flying this. So the first thing we're going to do is try to take off and see how she handles, flying, see if it's airworthy, if it can hover in place, and if it can take on that kind of surprise extra payload that's coming as I try to land these drones on the Avata's back while it's hovering in place. So let's see how this goes.
All right. Do it.
All right, so that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. You saw from a lot of those failed attempts, what was going on was the air coming off of the bottom of these CineWhoop drones really pushed the Avata around a lot. And the Avata treated it as, basically high winds. So it was doing everything it could to maintain its GPS positioned, flight. So it had to kind of compensate against that. Also, the drone coming in and that sudden weight on the back of the Avata really kind of took it for a spin there. And a lot of times, if I wasn't perfectly level, the drone, the Avata, would basically just tip over and hit that angle threshold that would automatically trigger the, the aircraft flipped over mode where it would automatically kill or disarm the motors. So that happened a couple times. Fortunately, there's no damage on the Avata or the platform. And the other drone, the 35 and the 25 CineLogs from GEPRC were, as far as I know, undamaged as well. Now you saw I did add some Velcro. So I put the soft end of the Velcro here on the platform and then the hard end on the bottom of the CineLog 25, just to kind of assist with the landing to make sure it wasn't sliding around. And ultimately, I think that's what ended up saving this, enabling the success that you saw there, where the Avata didn't actually crash into the cornfield. So yes, it's possible to land a drone on top of another drone mid-flight. How useful that knowledge is, it's up for debate. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. This was just kind of a weird one, but I like to mix it up, as you know. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this, and I will see you in the next one.